Let's have a look at what happens when we multiply a negative number by another negative number. And we'll start by looking at a table. In this table we're multiplying 2 by negative 3, and we're continuing to multiply by negative 3 but by 1 less each case. Now we know from a previous rule that a positive multiplied by a negative number is equal to a negative number. So 2 multiplied by negative 3 is exactly the same as 2 multiplied by 3, but instead of being a result of positive 6, in this case it's negative 6. Following on from that, 1 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 3, or we could consider it as one lot of negative 3, and 0 lots of any number, in this case negative 3, will be equal to 0. Now our choice of negative 3 was purely random. We could have used any number here, but what we can notice is that on the right hand side where the results are, we're adding 3 each time. So negative 6 add 3 becomes negative 3, and then negative 3 add 3 becomes 0. So we can continue that pattern on for the next two multiplications. When we do negative 1 multiplied by negative 3, following on from our table, it will be 3 more than 0, so our result is positive 3. And likewise, negative 2 multiplied by negative 3 will be positive 6. Now there's a very easy way to remember this. If we have two numbers of the same sign being multiplied, the result will be positive. For example, positive 1 multiplied by positive 3 we know is 3, and 2 multiplied by 3 is equal to 6. Well, the same thing occurs if we're multiplying a negative by a negative. So let's have a look at some other examples. If we multiply negative 5 by negative 4, what we can say is we're multiplying by two numbers of the same sign. So the result would be positive, and we know that 5 fours are 20. Likewise, negative 7 multiplied by negative 9 has two negative numbers being multiplied, and we know that 7 nines will be 63. So our result is positive 63. So, in a summary, if we are multiplying or dividing by two numbers of the same sign, the result will be positive.